God, I'm loading. And do I have sound? Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hope I'm connected to it. Hang on a second.
Be funny occasionally.
Well, good luck with that. This place is bad for signal.
Punish. Yeah. What about give Fergo a go? She'd be terrific. I see her on the 8th of Portal with Joey, the podcast.
She was fantastic. And she started doing some hosting on Channel 9 as well on the
Exactly.
footy. So, but see, Fergo, she loves the role she's playing on the continuous call team.
Okay.
It's Paul that he can own and run the show. So
You said it before. Word beginning with P.
yes.
Punish.
Oh, I was going to say something else.
Oh, what are you?
Rhymes with Snick.
Righto. Thanks, mate.
57 years today, mate.
Oh, congratulations.
We're still going strong.
Oh, that's terrific news. Let's see if we can get you a pillow. Where was the G7 summit held this week? Was it in Alberta, Canada, or Wagga Wagga?
Alberta County.
Correct. Donald Trump's family announced they're starting a new business this week. Are they selling smartphones or typewriters?
Smartphones.
Yeah. Final question for the win. State of Origin 2 was played on Wednesday night in Perth. Do you know who won?
Queensland.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I agree with you. Well, look, happy anniversary, I have to say, Richard. Happy anniversary. And you've got the Spinalese pillow. And can I say to you, after 57 years, I don't think it's too much to share the pillow. It brings you close together. If you've got any pain, you'll both be relieved of that pain by the pillow. And most importantly, mate, have a wonderful time with your wife. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Well done, you. And I've got to say happy birthday, Don, Rob's dad. G'day, Don. I bet you. I hope you're in good health, and thanks so much for listening.
We're taking back lazy with Lazy Boy by leaning all the way back into our sofas. After spending 9 to 5 sitting upright, we deserve to spend our 5 to 9 in a fully reclined position. Sail at Lazy Boy, not with the lazy.
Keep it clean and running like a dream with F10 fuel treatment. Whether it's cars, trucks, earth-moving machinery, boats or bikes, petrol or diesel, no matter what you drive, F10 makes engines run smoother and more efficiently, cleans and protects injectors and pumps, and extends the life of your engine. F10 removes water, wax, varnishes and diesel pumps.
Stop. Pretty much still a complete stop then. Just the holes. Alright.
Coles get great value across fruit and veg this week, like delicious Australian hat avocados, for just $3 in store and online at Coles on Friends Tuesday. 3 things every AM. At 6:01 AM, you're on a video call with your cybersecurity startup. With people from other top country,
quantity of cocaine from Sydney's inner suburbs. Dusty Fitzpatrick reports.
He went close.
Police have been investigating a suspected transnational drug
Middle Island.
Since March. Officers intercepted a 40-year-old man who was attempting to collect what he believed was 30 kilograms of cocaine from Alexandria on Friday. 2 search warrants were then executed at the man's Doubleday home and a unit. He was arrested by AFP officers after a short court chase. He'll face court today. In Sydney, Dusty Fitzpatrick, 9 News.
2 teenage boys have been charged with discharging a fire extinguisher into the back window of a stationary car on the Sunshine Coast. A 27-year-old man and baby inside the car were taken to hospital with minor injuries after the incident at Sydney Downs. The US president doesn't believe talks between Iran's foreign minister and his European counterparts will lead to a breakthrough in the Middle East conflict. Area
Well, pull in front of me, cunt. Pull in front of me. Go on, pull in front of me. Yeah, fuck yeah. Fuck off, bitch. Fuck off, bitch.
And there was a big statement made on this show last week, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to my position as the host. Paul Gallen, the former New South Wales captain, said, Levy, how hard can it be?
I can pull in front of me, another idiot.
We'll find out today when we unleash the G-train on the masses and we put him in front of the panel to push buttons and control everything that goes to air. So, Gal, today is the big day. And one man who was alongside him to support him is Daryl, who was asking plenty of questions on Wednesday night.
Well, thousands
of questions, and he's very, very upset that I've alerted the masses to it. Daryl, so say good afternoon to you.
Levy, it's just a great day to be here today. You know, it's great to be a Queenslander. Just lovely to be here next to my friend Paul, former coach and captain of New South Wales, and won 1 out of 9 series. It's great to be here. You too, Alana. It's great to see you, little baby.
Come on, lift it up, you Queenslander.
I'm waiting. I've got
Did you
more
ever win an
stuff.
Origin game? Did you ever win a game?
Yeah, the one I broke my jaw and we won 10 minutes had a big impact in that. We won that game, so I'm probably 50%. Gal, what was your percentage?
I don't know.
I'm too to be.
He's out of the blocks.
But anyway, we've got a big day today. I love the 3 games we've got today. The Panthers without all their Origin players, and I suspect the Warriors won't be playing theirs. Have you that one? Or...
Hang on, Gareth. Don't start with the NRL, please.
Oh, sorry.
Mate, you should be gloating because you declared last week, you said, boys, Virgo, you said, don't worry, Queenslanders will be good. This is what we love. Taking the underdog down.
They were good, and they were 26-6, I think it was at half time, and they looked fantastic. And then second half, they just hung on. They were, in the end, the clock probably beat New South Wales. I think they would have beaten them had it been another 10 minutes. But the Queenslanders were brave, mate. I thought Luke Capel, I gave him man of the match. I thought he was phenomenal for them.
Luke Capel.
Kurt Capel. Luke's his brother, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
No, it is.
Oh, really?
But Kurt Capel, I thought he was phenomenal for them. I mean, we all know Munster was good. They had a lot of good players. Tommy Dearden, outstanding at halfback. They had a lot of good players. So did New South Wales. But somehow Queensland won the game. And I must admit, I thought they were going to struggle to beat quality New South Wales side. And I think the same in Game 3. But the thing is, we've still got 2 weeks to go before they probably pick a side. And there's going to be injuries, and you just don't know who's going to play and who's not going to play. So, it's at least it's a decider, and I think that's good for the game.
Geez, it helps the Queenslanders. There's an 8-0 penalty count in their favour, doesn't it, Darryl?
Yeah, well, I can't remember too many. Well, if you elbow someone in the head, that's one. I think that's a penalty. Do you agree?
No, I don't know if he meant it.
Does it matter if he meant it?
Yeah, I think it does.
You think if he's got the ball with one hand and he goes bang like that with his other arm,
if you look back and look at
someone's head.
If you're struggling to find people to play the ball,
you argue that wasn't a penalty.
going. Ashgrove. That'll do it. For the radar. Probably a little white box somewhere. I could have missed it.
I don't think anyone's seen it. I think you're worrying about it. Not in that.
Now it's going down to 60.
Well, they keep them.
They said on the start they were going to keep to the right.
No, that's basically game one. They kicked it outside. They kick off the game when you're outside of the field.
I said right from the start. I don't think why should
I'm not getting a ticket. I think I get fucked.
You're going to back Queensland. There's no Andy's goal. When they didn't kick that way and he was waiting there, it was like, what's going on? Why? Everybody knows it. Our listeners know it. Every single person knows it.
say no escape?
Saying at that moment they went the other way. They kicked away from him on purpose. On purpose.
Okay. If they did that on purpose, what's the problem?
Get into the
they didn't want to give him what he wanted. You're an idiot. You're saying every team was scared of Spencer Ledger.
There's not a single person who watched that game one who saw what happened.
You say they changed their mind? They said,
changed their mind.
Spencer Ledger's over there. Jerry Evans said, watch out. Do whatever you do. Don't kick it to Spencer Ledger. I mean, what do you think they're going to do? This is State of Origin side. How dare you say that about State of Origin players? It was there.
Big man, we all saw it. Every single person, hundreds of people saw it. Millions of people saw it.
All those millions of people who saw that looked at it and said, wait, so they're scared of Spencer Ledger.
The majority of people said that.
Yeah. Where were they from?
The majority, New South Wales.
Thank you.
There's a few Hey, one of your Queensland greats said,
What did he say? And who was it?
Corey Parker.
What did he say?
He said something of a similar nature. They went away from Spencer.
It's on again.
It's got this. We're going back to game one. Game one was 2 games.
I think we argued this 2 games.
I know, we certainly did. At the end of the day, we all saw it. We all saw it. If Queensland had their moment again, they would have kicked him, I guarantee it.
All right, well, let's get our listeners involved. If you want to have your say off the back of Origin, it's been all the talk since Wednesday night. The number to call 131873. You can email us via the website. You can text us as well, 0460 873 873. And just for the record, I'm scared of Spencer Ledger. We're going to take our first break. We'll come back and check in with another Queenslander in Ben Ikin to review what happened on Wednesday night.
Made in Australia for over 100 years, award-winning Ducks water heaters are built stronger to last longer. Ducks.com.au.
Proud partner of the Continuous Call team.
Winter's here and we've got the big men's range to keep you warm and comfy. At Lowe's, there's fleece trackies and sloppy joes for just $50. Fleetwood shirts and see-through polar fleece jumpers also for $50. Don't worry, fellas, we've got big men's sleepwear and underwear up the size 12XL. Plenty of room, plenty of comfort, and all at prices that won't stretch your wallet. Get winter ready the easy way. In store or online now at Lowe's.
Hi, Jamie Dunn for Seats Are Us. Supercoach Wayne Bennett, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Jamie. It's a pleasure to endorse South Are Us.
Seats.
South.
Seats.
South?
Seats.
Seats Are Us.
Now tell me, why does Seats Are Us remind you of rugby league?
Well, like league, your truck seat is all about position, support and comfort, which is why I recommend South Are Us seats. South seats. South
Seats Are Us.
Seats Are Us.
For a seat to see, just Seats Are Us. SeatsAreUs.com.au. Remember, Rabbit.
Maroons fans, the Maroons meal has landed at Macca's. Store a legendary collector cup with every meal. Get the full set of six and support the Way Maroons today. Available for a limited time at participating restaurants while stocks last up the Maroons.
For the best clearance deals, go Harvey Norman. Save $1,000 on LG 75-inch 4K mini LED smart TV. Up to 30% off Windows 11 computers. All the big brands on sale. Save $250 on Electrolux 10-kilo washer and Motorola H50 Neo smartphone. Price just $348.
Be right off, Randy. Right already when I came through. He was trying to pass me. There's a radar around the corner here. Mercedes zone. Back.
weekend, but really had a fair bit going on the last 24 hours leading into the game. Has he pulled up okay?
I haven't spoken to him except for via text. I joined briefly in the tunnel after the game. I think he was just excited to get back to the boys. He took them into a private room, had a chat to them before he brought them back to his family. But right now, I think there'd be a whole lot of relief in the last 48 hours. He would have had a whole lot of distraction, a whole lot of head noise. I think he's the first to admit, that last press conference didn't go the way he wanted it to. He got a couple of things wrong. He stepped forward the next day and tried to make amends, apologised, and ended up winning the game. But look, that'll sit somewhere in the back of his mind. The thing I know is that having watched him go through what he went through off the back of making some really brave calls at the start of the week, is that clearly Billy Slater's got championship qualities. He was in a hole and he fought his way out, and now he's kind of led the team to fight back in the series and give them a chance to wrap it up in Sydney. But he'd be very relieved man right now, I would think.
Yeah, I actually saw him at the airport on Thursday, Benny, and I think he made the right. Look, he made the wrong, said the right. I think whether he agrees with that or not, I don't know. He apologised, and I think he handled that really well. The apology. It was a tough situation for him. I think it's fair to say he probably got a little bit rattled last year after the first game when they started the glass houses comment and thing like that. And I think it did rattle him a little bit. And I think the Aaron Woods criticism of him probably had a chance of rattling him, and I don't know whether it did or didn't. But based on their performance and based on his attitude on Thursday, where it was pretty quiet, pretty tame, I think he's ended up handling it pretty well.
I think he was rattled. I mean, to me, he was in that last press conference, or the second to last press conference as it turned out, which means it got to him emotionally. I think I've said a couple of times, since he's had to make some brave calls and handle some tough situations. Like, any fill can do their best when conditions are ideal, right? It's what do you got under the bonnet when the blowtorch gets applied, and sometimes it's through your own doing, and that was certainly the case for Bill. I mean, to drop the captain midway through the series is not necessarily something that happens on this side of the border, but he knew what he wanted, and everybody would have understood if he stuck with Daly Cherry Evans, but he went with his gut. He picked Tommy Dearden, who ended up being one of the best. He made some other changes to the side. There's a whole lot of noise at the back of those calls. He can make some stuff up at the back end of the week. I think that puts him on the back foot again, but in a short period of time he addressed his error, and let's be honest, he's now into season 4 as a head coach, and he's only coached at the Origin level. There's a big gap between playing and coaching, and I've got no doubt Billy would admit that he's still learning, and you generally learn when times get tough, and he'll come out of this whole series a better coach, I'm sure of it.
And he referenced those brave calls a couple of times. Obviously, the big one was Tommy Dearden coming in to play in Cherry Evans' jersey, but then also Cameron Munster taking over the captaincy. In terms of footy itself and on the field, how do you feel like that combination went for Queensland? Because they're obviously going to have to stick with it for a little while now anyway.
Yeah, I agree, Lana. I'm a big fan of Tommy Dearden. Look, I think I said off the back of the first game publicly that I thought Daly played a little sideways. He had a bit of success early in that first Origin with a couple of trick shots, and we kept sort of playing that style of football. It's not how you win Origin, and if there's one thing Tom Dearden is, he's very direct. Beyond that, he's one of the most wholehearted players I've ever seen at any level, and so making that tough call, that straightens everything up for us. It makes it a lot more simple. Tommy hasn't got the craft in his game that Cherry has, so he's not going to attempt it. He's only got a couple of options, and he plays them really well. And so with Tommy playing straighter, what it did was create a bit more space for Cameron Munster. So God knows what Cam's going to do when he gets the ball. I don't think he even knows half the time, and that's the genius of it, right? So when Origin's in a grind and you need something different, well, I think that's the main adjective to describe Cam Munster's footy, and he stood up as the captain. I think he was enormously proud that Billy put his faith in him, and he took it seriously, and he just wanted to lead from the front, which is exactly what he ended up doing.
All right, Ben. Well, mate, bring on the decider. We've only got to wait a couple of weeks and we're back into it. You'll have the animosity of the Blatchies Blues at the northern end, but it whets the appetite and gives us something to talk about over the next couple of weeks. You're a good man, Ben. Congratulations to Queensland and bring on Game 3.
Thanks, gang. Go them around.
Good on you, buddy. There he is, Ben Eichen, former Queensland Origin player himself, and these days the boss of the Queensland Rugby League. 131873, the number 2gb.com. Click onto the feedback icon if you'd like to join us. One of our listeners says, I blame the New South Wales media for writing off Queensland and firing them up. Gus Gould said they couldn't win. Joey Johns was talking about a Blues dynasty. Aaron Woods, Bulldog Richie, the list goes on, they never learn. Greg says, boys, there's nothing more boring than New South Wales supporters whinging after they lose. Please. The lopsided penalty count occurred because New South Wales were ill-disciplined and Queensland took advantage of their poop decision-making from Greg at Gloucester in New South Wales. And there's a lot more coming through, everyone weighing in about Origin, and that's the beauty about this time of the year. Everyone's got an opinion and everyone's got a say on what they think should change, what needs to happen, and where it all went wrong for the respective stage. 131873, the number. We'll take another break. Be back with more on the way to the break. The iconic whistle for kickoff. The roar of the crowd. Yep, league hits different, just like the PointsBet app. Now with the NRL Bat Tracker to follow every try. A huge range of new markets. Each player's last 5 stats, video previews from NRL experts, and a same-game multi-combo, which allows you to combine multiple legs from different NRL games or other sports for a larger odds combo. This is betting made for true league fans. So for a betting experience that's built to last way after the final whistle, download the PointsBet app today. PointsBet hits different. T's and C's apply. You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Did you know Uptiles do kitchen bench tops? Uptiles are the first to offer 20mm Italian porcelain bench tops. The new release Willowbank 3D means the colour goes right through the top. Only available and exclusive to Uptiles. Showroom open 7 days. Come and see the invisible cooktop that cooks through the bench. All on display now at the Uptiles Showroom, 104 Gippy Road, Strathmine. Or online at uptiles.net.
Made in Australia for over 100 years, award-winning Dux water heaters are built stronger to last longer. Dux.com.au.
Proud partner of the Continuous Call team. For the best clearance deals, go Harvey Norman. Save $1,000 on LG 75-inch 4K mini LED Smart TV. Up to 30% off Windows 11 computers. All the big brands on sale. Save $250 on Electrolux 10-kilo washer. And Motorola Edge 50 Neo smartphone half price, just $348. Shop hot deals on discounted lounges, dining, outdoor furniture and barbecues, mattresses, bedroom furniture, kids furniture, storage pieces and more. Harvey Norman half-yearly clearance. Best prices guaranteed. Conditions apply.
Let me tell you about Summer. Summer was diagnosed at age 3 with severe childhood dementia. It affects her brain, muscles and nerves. There's no cure. Yet, at Murdoch Children's Research Institute, we're dedicated to transforming the lives of the 1 in 12 children born with a rare disease. And you can help. Make a tax-deductible donation by June 30 and help drive the next medical discovery that could change the lives of children like Summer. Visit mcri.edu.au.
Okay, is KFC literally psychic? They took all my faves and put them in one box for just $6.95. The giant snack pack, crispy nuggets, mouth-watering popcorn chicken, and golden Cheetos. Oh, KFC, FLG. Not everywhere, not forever. Pick up only.
The Continuous Call team. Thanks to Macca's, Harvey Norman, Lowe's, Brighton's Lawyers, BP, Forex, BizCover, Cash Converters, Wounded Heroes, and Dux Hot Water.
Well, that's the footy chat out of the way. We'll continue talking footy throughout half hour footy. We get back having some fun. Daryl, is it fair to say that there is a war brewing? And I'm not talking about the conflict in the Middle East. I'm not talking about the war between Russia and Ukraine. I'm talking about, let's just say,
Hey, Cliff. Yeah, it's shit, mate. Everything's shit. I'm joking. I left anyway, mate. What are you donating money for, Cliffy? Jeez, man. Thanks anyway. Totally unexpected. I just pulled them off. Yeah, it's shit. Just going home. Dropped out a couple of times out there. Willowbank's always better, signal wise. Not the racetrack. Thanks for the $2, bud. It's appreciated. I'll go through that live footage. There probably really isn't much there. I've got some other footage too, 8K footage I'm going to probably upload later on. I'll go through it, see if I don't know, I might try and edit something, see what happens. At least I got the Growl Racing media vest. That's what I really went for. Watching a Sydney drag last night. Growl Racing or whatever they were called. Wasn't too bad, they had a few Lamborghinis. Pink one, black one, purple one. Yeah, I think I'll most likely going to stick to the drag races. Other than driving around the track itself. That way I guarantee I've got signals. Starlink and stuff is where I'm walking around the track. Make the race where I have it. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. There was a Kendra 600 or something on it. The dragway Willowbank. I think I'm only just going to go to those bigger events at the drag racing. And I'm probably only going to do Joe's Diner. I'm only doing car content on this channel. I'm not going to do anything else pretty much from now on this channel. Like cars. Might do some walking on another channel. home, make some lunch. Probably put on the prison stream and have a look. I want to find something else to watch. Oh, I've got to go through all this footage too eventually. I did catch a Ford lose its bonnet straight back up on itself on live stream. Caught it on the camera, other camera and the live stream. I was filming in, pretty sure I caught the other live stream. I mean, I did catch it on the camera on the That's what I meant to say. Hey Cherry, just about to go. You take care, Cherry. I'll see you somewhere else on another live stream or something. Saw Frank on before, but I obviously couldn't do anything because I'm too busy driving. Hope you're doing okay.